Hi everybody, I'm Lori Duncan, physical therapist in Colorado, and welcome to Blog Talk. In this episode of Blog Talk, episode 8, we're going to be talking about IT band syndrome. Now, IT band syndrome is this funny little thing out in the world where everyone thinks that they have the most brilliant answer for IT band syndrome, and that's roll on some styrofoam. Yeah, roll on some styrofoam and that's going to fix your IT band. Nope, that is not going to fix your IT band. That is going to be really painful, and it may create some increased blood flow to the area of the fascia, right, of the IT band, but that is actually not going to fix your IT band syndrome. Okay, so if that's not going to fix it, what will? Let's do a little anatomy review. All right. So the IT band, if I get a little closer, you can see it there, is that big white thing all the way down, right, the outside of the leg. It starts up at the iliac crest, and it goes all the way down, and it goes onto the tibia down here. All right, well, what's super interesting about research is what they have found is that the tissue from the iliac crest to this little spot here called the lateral femoral epicondyle. You can't see it on this picture, but there's a little transfer part right here, is more like tendon. Okay, and then which is muscle to bone, and then from the lateral femoral epicondyle to Gerdy's tubercle, which is a bone on the tibia, that the tissue is actually more like ligament. So, what they are postulating is that, and what we should really start to think about is that the IT band is likely more of a tendon to the glute maximus. Think about that. There is no real tendon to the glute max. If you really are like, oh yeah, there's really not every muscle has to have a tendon. And I don't know about you, if you look at this really, really closely, rolling on that just doesn't sound awesome. And it sounds less awesome if you know that it's a tendon. If you had lateral epicondylitis, tennis elbow, and someone said, you know what, to get rid of that, just roll on it. Are you kidding me? Rolling on styrofoam on your tendon sounds terrible. So why in the world are we doing it on this huge piece of fascia, likely tendon of the glute max? I don't know. So do you want to know what the answer is to all of this? Find your butt, people. And that is not squats. Most people have absolutely no idea how their butt works in a squat. That is one of the biggest things that we teach here at Duncan Sports Therapy, is how to truly feel those glutes when you're doing things, right? So you need to make sure that you are finding all of those glutes, right? You need to make sure you find that glute max for sure, and then the glute med and the min. All right, so what is a great way to work on this? There's a lot of different ways, but let's review a few. All right, so one of my favorite exercises to give people in order to find their glutes, because I'm guaranteeing you, most people don't know where they are, right? That's why we have a sign here that says I found my glutes at Duncan Sports Therapy, is get your heels together. Knees are slightly out. Draw your belly in, and you should be able to just engage your glutes without your back, without your hamstrings doing something. You should just be able to isolate and squeeze your glutes. For a lot of you, that is going to feel like brand new territory. Another great one is to do a glute lift, but you need to make sure you're engaging your core, lifting that to 90 without your back or your hamstring, and just pulse it up and down. That should be an isolated movement right there in that tush. Find your butt, people. So now I've given you a few exercises to work on to find that glute. Remember, take it off the ground. Your brain, what therapy is, what physical therapy is, actually any therapy, is a reorganization of the brain, right? Pain does some wonky stuff up here. And so you want to repattern that body in a correct way, and how you do that is getting yourself into what we call a non-weight bearing position on the floor, on your side, something like that. So you have 2 glute exercises to work on. For the love of Pete, of all that is good and wonderful in this world, please stop rolling on styrofoam. It really hurts my eyes a lot when I see this at the gym. It is not a dynamic warm-up, and it is definitely not an appropriate thing to be doing when you have a tender and sore IT band. If you feel pain on this, it is inappropriate. That's a whole different issue, but foam rolling was meant originally to be this very gentle somatic release, and we have now decided that it is something aggressive that we need to be doing on our body. And to heal IT band syndrome, if you're a runner, cyclist, even somebody who does a lot of walking, hiking, I guarantee you it is because your butt or your glute is weak. All right, thanks for watching Blog Talk. Please share, please subscribe. This is all for education. I'm trying to get as many people to move in a really healthy way as I can. Have a great day.